And what's up, everybody? This is Furious Francis over here from PlayerEssence.com, and welcome to the episode of Player Essence Cross Nintendo. We have a fantastic show lined up for you guys today. We're going to be talking about some Batman, Smash Bros, the Steam Box later on, Wonderful 101, so much stuff to get through. But first, I'm going to start it off with my Wonderful 101 written review on PlayerEssence.com right now. If you haven't read that review, if you're on the fence about the Wonderful 101, check out my review. It's definitely one of those games that you need to be experienced to play, or you need to kind of put some depth and time into the gameplay. But once you get into it, once you know the mechanics, once you figure out the little nuances, the game is extremely fun. And even before then, it's very good. So I would just suggest all of you guys to check out my review, read what I had to say about it. That's on PlayerEssence.com. If you go to the description below, you'll be able to find a link, and you can go there and read it and make your own decision. All right, next we're going to move on to the Nintendo News Desk. That is the best Nintendo news for the week, and we already talked about the Wonderful 101. Now you can actually get a discount on the game. So the Wonderful 101 is $50.74 on Amazon.com right now. So if you want to head over to Amazon, pick up this game. Like I said, it's one of my Wii U contenders for Game of the Year. It is a fantastic game, and if you get a discount on it for $50.74, that is a deal. It's worth the full price, but hey, you want to get a discount on it, head over to Amazon.com and pick that up. If you check out the description below, like I said, there will also be a link to the Amazon page to where you can purchase the game. All right, next we're going to move on to the Wii U version of Batman Arkham Origins is $49.99, and that's pretty much everywhere but GameStop. So the Wii U version of Batman will not have the online multiplayer on the PS3, 360, and PC version of the game. So therefore, it looks like Warner Bros. Has decided to drop the price by $10. Now, in my opinion, that still doesn't justify it completely. I would have liked to seen it maybe a little bit cheaper, but it's not bad that it's $10 cheaper. I don't know how much the multiplayer is going to be worth. To be honest, I don't really care about the multiplayer, but it's the fact that they're not putting that in there. It's just principle. As far for me, what I think about it is just principle. I would have liked to have everything the other versions get, and and if you could put more with the gamepad, then do that. But $49.99 is okay. I have no problem with that, but I'm probably going to wait till it's $39.99 or $29.99 just out of principle. All right, so next we're going to move on to Nintendo confirms Toon Link for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. So this is something that some people might have saw it coming, some people might not have. I know somebody on my website was like, oh, well, you think that Toon Link would just be like an alternate costume for Link. But you also have to remember, like, Toon Link plays differently than Link. Although they have some similar moves, like, here and there, Toon Link does do things differently than the regular Link. They have different, they have different like item properties for each of their boomerang and their arrows and their stuff like that. So Toon Link is also quicker and stuff like that. So I'm happy. He looks great. I mean, you guys are seeing the pictures right now. He looks fantastic. The graphics in the game are looking really good. I cannot wait to actually open that game up, but we still have a while to wait. But the fact that we got Toon Link in there, that's good. I use him every now and then. I like his quickness over regular Link. Sometimes Toon Link is a little weak at times, but still his speed more than makes up for it. So I am happy about this announcement, and hopefully they announce more characters. Hopefully Wolf gets announced soon, because Wolf is my favorite character in the game, so, or at least in Smash Bros. Brawl. So hopefully Wolf gets announced, but if not, oh well, I can use other characters. All right, so that basically wraps that up. Next, we're going to move on to the Media Create sales charts. And I talked about this a little bit before with Monster Hunter 4, but Monster Hunter is absolutely tearing Japan a new one. Not only did they sell 1.7 million units last week, but this week they tack on another 473,739 units to the total. Almost 500,000 more units, and that doesn't count digital. So you can bet that with digital sales on there, that's another 500,000. This is insane. The game so far is just, retail only, has sold 2,188,799 units in the Media Create sales charts. The Nintendo 3DS this week sold 159,388 units. Last week it sold 298,000 units. The week before that it sold 80,000 units. So total, since Nintendo announced the Monster Hunter Direct, since they announced how you can play as Link and all of the crossovers they're doing there, the 3DS has sold 539,388 units. So over 500,000 in a couple weeks. Insane. Absolutely insane for Japan. And people say that the market is dead there. No, it's not. You just got to make games that they like, and they buy them, just like how America and Europe loves GTA. It'll be interesting to see the MPD numbers as far as hardware sales go, to see how much GTA actually boosted 360 and PS3 hardware. So very interesting to see that. I'm happy for the 3DS. No matter what you want to say about Iwata, you can't sit here and say that taking Monster Hunter away from Sony was a bad idea. That was pretty much one of the best ideas he's ever had. And fantastic sales, good news. Hopefully Monster Hunter comes over to the West. Capcom did say that they are evaluating the series for the West, but you can pretty much bank on it coming. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate sold very well on the Wii U. I think it's pushing, if you count digital in there, it's pushing 600 to 700,000 units. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the 3DS sold very well over, I think, 1.5 or 2 million units. So both of those games are doing very good on Nintendo systems. You could bet that Capcom's going to bring over Monster Hunter 4 on the 3DS, and maybe even like a Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate as well, maybe do a dual pack, something like that, to entice more people to get it. So you can bet those games are coming to Nintendo platforms in the future. So that basically wraps up the Nintendo News Desk. Remember, that is not all the Nintendo news. I just go over some of the topics that I thought were the most interesting to talk about. Check out PlayerEssence.com. There's plenty more Nintendo news. Click on the Nintendo tab. You'll see all the articles that were listed on there, and there's plenty more good news. But next, I want to get into the main topic here, and I actually have two of them. All right, I'm back with the main topic here, and first we're going to talk about the Steam controller and the Steam box, and all of the goodness that's just surrounding Steam and Valve and all of that good stuff. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, I have a gaming laptop. That is an Asus gaming laptop. It was expensive. I have a GeForce GT graphics card in here. I have an iCore 7 processor. It's pretty powerful. I can run pretty much any game on the market right now. Most games I can run in 1080p, around 60 frames per second. I can run DMC 1080p, 60 frames per second. I can run Tomb Raider in that. Very good PC, and I have Steam and I like it. But the big problem that I have, it's a laptop. So I have to set it kind of near my TV and then use the HDMI cord, and then I have to kind of go back and forth. It's very uncomfortable for me to use my laptop. That's a lot of times that I have to just go on randomly because I run a website, as my console. I rather like to have a console and a controller than have my laptop to the side, and whenever if I want to look up something, it's easy for me to do. So I don't really like using my laptop as my console. But now with this Steam box, and now what Valve is doing, they're bringing your Steam experience to your living room. You're bringing your Steam experience without using your computer. A little box, or I don't know how big it's going to be, but if it's like the Piston, it's going to be just a box, basically. A very powerful box in multiple different versions, multiple different hardware levels. So you're going to have like a $300 box and a $400 box and a $500 box, somewhere, like something like that. And you can stream your library straight to that thing, straight to your TV, free up your computer. And that's what I'm looking for, because I like Steam. I love the deals. I like the service. I like how it's free. I just love Steam. But the problem, I have a problem playing games on Steam just because of how it's set up as far as what my laptop goes. But now with the Steam box, I can actually just play those games, straight up with the console. And they announced a new controller as well. And the controller, it's a very peculiar controller. Of course, I'm going to be having pictures up right now. It actually has dual trackpads with haptic feedback built into the trackpad. So what haptic feedback is, it basically gives you, I'll basically read what they said. They said the trackpads by their nature are less physical than thumbsticks by themselves. They are light touch devices that don't offer the kind of visceral feedback that players get from pushing joysticks around. As we investigated the trackpad based on input devices, it became clear through testing that we had to find ways to add more physicality to the experience. It also became clear that the rumble, as it has been traditionally implemented, a lopsided weight spun around a single axis, was not going to be enough, not even close. The Steam controller is built around a new generation of super precise haptic feedback, employing dual linear resonant actuators. These small, strong, weighted electromagnets are attached to each of the dual trackpads. They are capable of delivering a wide range of force and vibration, allowing precise control over frequency, amplitude, and direction of movement. The haptic capability provides a vital channel of information to the player, delivering in-game information about speed, boundaries, thresholds, textures, action confirmations, or any other events about which game designers want players to be aware. It is a higher bandwidth haptic information channel that exists in any other consumer product that we know of. As a parlor trick, they can even play audio waveforms and functions as speakers. So very, very interesting. And the controller also has a touch screen too. It has a high resolution screen. So I mean, this is a very, very advanced controller. The dual trackpads are also clickable. The touchpad is clickable. It seems like this is a very good, very well built controller. But with that being said, the controller only works for a few different games. Now this controller, we're probably going to have problems with fighting games putting in directional inputs. So you're probably going to have to plug in that fight stick, or you're probably going to have to plug in that PS3 controller, or plug in that Xbox 360 controller if you want to play fighting games. I also see a problem with like any game that has like precise directional inputs, like an action game like DMC, because the way that the buttons are split, the Y, X, A, and B are split from one side to another on the trackpad. So for combo-based games where you might use 2 to 3 different buttons, like with jumping on there, to have to switch your thumbs back and forth between doing combos, other than having one thumb do all the combos on that one side of the controller, that can be a problem. But where this controller does excel, where it excels very well, could be for like RPGs, could be for shooting games, which Valve even kind of said, yeah, this is good for people who like a keyboard and mouse. This setup is basically for them. Shooting games are going to be very good for it. RTS games with that touchpad and the haptic feedback, being able to slide around there. Those games that are usually built for the PC, this controller is what it needs to be. This controller is where it's at for those type of games. So I'm interested, not necessarily for the controller, because I don't play shooting games or RTS. I'm more of I like RPGs, so the controller would be good for RPGs, but I also like action games and stuff like that, like DMC. I'm not sure if that controller would be good for that. But like I said, yeah, RPGs are good, but shooters and RTS, I don't play those, and that's probably what it's really geared towards. But otherwise, this controller is actually very cool. I like it. I'm definitely going to use it, if I do play a shooter, if I do play, certain games, I'll use it. But other than that, I'll probably just plug in my 360 controller or something like that. But I like overall the Steam box is looking really good, and its relation to, as far as its marketplace with the Wii U goes, bringing Nintendo into it, I think this is a great combo. I mean, this is a next-gen combo. I mean, if you want your third-party games with the best graphics, with the awesome controller, with free online, voice chat, achievements, all the stuff that, some of the things that Nintendo doesn't do, like get on all the third-party and the achievement system, buy a Steam box and buy a Wii U for first party. I think that combination is going to be very good, because I actually pre-ordered a PS4, which I didn't tell anybody, but I actually pre-ordered a PS4, but I actually canceled that pre-order, and as soon as this Valve box is up and running, I'm going to pre-order this, and this is where I'm going to be playing a lot of the third-party games that don't hit Nintendo's platforms. This is where I'm going to be playing it on my PC or on my Steam box. So I'm very excited for this. I want to know what you guys think. I know I already talked about it a little bit before. I know Braden Cole from the Critical Hit Productions, one of our partners, he's very excited for it. So I think this is going to be good, and I'm going to enjoy picking this Steam box up. I don't know what version they haven't said what version that that everybody's going to get, like as far as how much they cost and all that. But I'm probably going to get the nicest one, and the free online makes up for it. The free online, it has voice chat, all the stuff that you'd expect in the PS4, Xbox One. All those features are on Steam for free. So thumbs up for that for free. So why buy a PS4 or Xbox One? Because everybody complains about third-party support on the Wii U. They don't talk about the first-party games Xbox One and PS4 are going to have. They talk about Nintendo doesn't have third-party support. Well, why buy one of their systems, for all those third-party games when you can get them on the Steam box with free online and not have to pay for online play? With the Wii U and the Steam box, free online. So, yeah, that's going to be my combination. Eventually, I might get a PS4 or Xbox One for something. Depends, like maybe Final Fantasy. That's probably going to be a game that I get one, but it's going to be way down the line. So, very interesting. Definitely check out the description below if you want to hear more about the controllers and the Steam box. They did a bunch of announcements, so that's really cool. And what I want to get into briefly, I won't spend too much time on this because I want this to also be something that you guys experience yourself, but I'm going to be launching a new review channel, and that's going to be going up either Saturday or Sunday, or it could be up today depending on when you're watching this. And what the channel is going to be based on, it's going to be based around reviews. Now, you guys already know I have my Furious Francis channel, but I actually had to stop doing that because of certain things as far as what some people were telling me to do as far as if I want to break into getting, more review copies and be able to review games. Maybe they said that I shouldn't be doing that as much and I should focus my efforts on actually doing reviews. So that's basically what I'm going to do. This channel has a little bit too much clutter. You guys are still going to get some of the reviews. Don't get me wrong. You guys are going to get some of those reviews, and I already have some reviews up. But this other channel is going to be dedicated directly to reviews, to top 10s, and top 5s and stuff like that. And it's going to be not as frequent. With this channel I kind of post, Player Essence Down, where it's the best news pretty much every day or every other day and stuff like that. On that channel it's going to be, a couple times a week, and they're going to be bigger projects. Like I have the Wonderful 101 video review that is complete, and that's going to be going up, and you guys are going to see it's completely different than anything that I've ever done. So that's why I'm doing a separate channel for it. I think you guys will enjoy it. Like I said, it should be up within, the next couple days or tomorrow or whatever. It'll be up by the end of the week, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content that's on there. Of course, this is all part of the Player Essence Network, so I know you guys will all head over there and subscribe and watch the videos and tell your friends, and I really appreciate all the feedback and all the great compliments that I get on the website and all the support that I get from you guys out there. You guys are really awesome, and like Nintendo says, don't let anybody tell you otherwise that you guys are awesome. So that basically wraps it up for the Player Essence Cross Nintendo vidcast. Like I said, I'm going to have that Wonderful 101 video review up this weekend. We've got plenty of content going up on playeressence.com all week, of course till the end of the week and more. Plus, I've got the Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD review I'm currently grinding through that game right now. So awesome. Go out and buy it. You guys already know it's going to get a good score. Just how good is the score going to be? So working on that. So a lot of good stuff going on playeressence.com. I'm trying to tell you guys right now, make sure you check out Braden Cole from Critical Hit Productions. Check out his channel. He's partner of playeressence.com. Fantastic guy, fantastic channel, very funny, love his content. And make sure you check out Ninzendo's channel. Very intelligent, knows what he's talking about, has a great list of Miiverse improvements, a video that he did. Very good stuff. So check out Ninzendo's channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. The guy is awesome and is a great gamer. So that basically wraps it up here. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, we will see you guys on playeressence.com. Peace.